Good evening and welcome to Canton, Ohio, where George Halas and a group of his friends met in a car showroom 82 years ago and formed the National Football League. Tonight, a preview of tomorrow's annual Hall of Fame celebration and the enshrinement of Jim Kelly into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Hello again, everybody. I'm John Murphy. We are live outside the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Jim Kelly, 11 years with the Buffalo Bills. He holds virtually every passing record in franchise history. Tomorrow, he will take his place along the game's all-time greats when he goes into the Hall. Well, today, Kelly got settled in Canton and prepared for the big day tomorrow. He was honored at the annual Mayor's Breakfast at the downtown Canton Civic Center, where the class of 2002 got their alumni gold jackets. Jim Kelly was there along with the others. The enshrinees don't speak at this event. Friends and family on hand. Earlier tonight, Kelly was honored at the Civic Dinner in downtown Canton. He did meet with the media in this event. Kelly says he never really thought much about the Hall of Fame until the last few years.
It's something you never even dream about, and all of a sudden here I am amongst the greatest football players ever to play the game, and I still kind of pinch myself every once in a while.
Kelly being honored tonight at that Civic Dinner in Canton, and then he'll rejoin his friends and family up in Akron, Ohio. Well, Jim Kelly's journey to the Pro Football Hall of Fame started just about 2.5 hours away from here in western Pennsylvania. And the little town of East Brady, Pennsylvania has a large stake in Kelly's NFL glory. Eyewitness sports reporter Joe Major went to East Brady for this story.
Small western Pennsylvania towns have produced some of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, and East Brady happens to be one of them, producing the newest quarterback to enter the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Johnny Unitas, Joe Montana, Joe Namath, Dan Marino, and Jim Kelly all grew up within 70 miles of each other in western Pennsylvania. The rural town of East Brady is Jim Kelly's home, and this close-knit community 50 miles from Pittsburgh is getting prepared for one of their own to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Built on the side of a hill in the mountains, right alongside the Allegheny River, which, you know, I guess growing up you almost take it for granted how beautiful it is.
How many small towns can boast that they have a even a player in the NFL at any stage, let alone being in 4 Super Bowls, numerous All-Pro Bowls, and now, like you said, he's at the pinnacle where he's going into the Hall of Fame.
East Brady knew that they had something special early on in Kelly's athletic career, as Kelly played like a man among boys.
You seen him at 10 years old playing Little League and midget football. He was telling the 12-year-olds what to do. You know, he was pointing them in the right direction. You knew he was a natural.
In 5th and 6th grade, he was the leader of that team. You could see growing up that his friends would flock to him. You know, what's he going to do this weekend?
Jim really began to blossom in high school under Coach Terry Henry. Henry is now the athletic director at Seneca Valley, about 30 minutes away from East Brady, and he knew right away that he had something extraordinary.
I think from the time he stepped on the football field as a sophomore for me, he took over the team, and I think the other kids respected him.
Kelly was so good that he never came off the field. He played offense, defense, and special teams, and that meant money in the pockets of East Brady supporters.
We'd go to this school and give them 30 points a bet, and I'd be running up and down behind Coach Henry and say, hey, we need one more to cover the bet. They'd score another one.
His teammates knew all too well how good Kelly's arm was, and he proved it on and off the field.
One thing that Jim always wanted to do was hit signs with bottles, and I used to always be the driver, and he would hit them almost every time, and if I would slow down to 40 or 50 miles an hour, he would tell me to speed up.
After Kelly moved on to the University of Miami, then to the USFL, and finally to the Bills, one thing is for sure, Kelly never forgot his roots.
They'd interview him and they'd say, where do you come from, you know, Pittsburgh. He'd say, no, I come from East Brady, Pennsylvania, and he always made sure that they knew that.
He pretty much keeps close contact with his roots, and if you go right up the road, there's a little league field, actually a complex up there that I believe he basically built.
It's not that he wants to come back just to be back at East Brady. He comes back because he enjoys it and has a good time doing that.
The days of playing high school football here in East Brady, Pennsylvania have long since gone. but the love affair between this community and Jim Kelly will live on forever. In East Brady, Pennsylvania, Joe Major, Eyewitness Sports.
East Brady, Pennsylvania, population 900. Tomorrow it may be half that with all of Jim Kelly's hometown buddies making the trip here to Canton.